Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg. I'm Village President Al Larson. In this episode, I'll talk with members of Powerhouse Productions about their upcoming Black History Month program. Then we'll find out about the Prairie Center's Mystery at the Theater. And we'll finish out the program with a visit from the District 54 Foundation. All this and more today on Speaking of Schaumburg. Powerhouse Productions returns to the Prairie Center for the Arts this month with a program that transcends race and celebrates culture. Here to talk about this year's Black History Month program, our executive producer, Val Prophet, writer-director, Dusty Prophet, and cast member, Jean Marie Dwyer Wrigley. All those names.
Yes, all together, too.
How long has Powerhouse been doing this, Val? How long have you been doing this?
Actually, this is our 15th year. You know, can't believe it. It was just, it just seemed like it was yesterday that we came here with our first production, and we're already at year number 15. We've been doing it for quite a while. And theater is a passion that I have, and, because I couldn't just stop what I was doing, quit my job and go to the theater and get $1 a week, since I had 2 boys to support, I just decided to, I said, now this is something that we don't have here. At that particular time in 1998, there was nothing on the stage here that was representative of our pigmentation. So anyway, and at that time, I was packing up my boys, taking them to the city for Black History productions and everything. And then I just got to thinking, wow, why not have it right here? And that's when I got in touch with you. You put me in touch with Betsy Armistead, and the rest is history 15 years later.
Now, 15 years, you were just a little guy back then,
yes,
right?
Senior in high school.
Senior in high school?
Yes.
What are you doing now, Dusty?
I work for a human resources consulting firm downtown. Okay. However, my passion is in writing.
All right. And you've been involved in the production here too, haven't you?
Yes, actually since the inception of Powerhouse. I've always been involved with Powerhouse in some way, shape, or form, whether it was on stage, being the MC, or having an actual physical part in an actual story. One year, my fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, we came out and we did a step show for the production.
Okay.
So, and every year there's always some type of involvement. I have my hand in the show in some way, shape, or form.
And how long have you been in Powerhouse Productions?
This will be the second year.
Second year.
My first year was last year, and I heard about Powerhouse. I was in the library, and I saw a poster calling for auditions. And what really struck me was the sentence at the bottom that said, "We need everyone." And that really I had an emotional response to that, and I decided that I would audition. And I fell in love with the whole process right from the beginning. The enthusiasm and not only the storyline of the script, but the dedication and the devotion that the people show to their work, to the art, and to each other.
Is that the first time you've been on stage with Powerhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And when there's the artistic hook, and there's the emotional hook, and there's the social hook, you can't beat that anywhere.
Now, Val, how many cast members do you have?
This year we have a smaller cast of 16.
Okay.
Right, of 16. I just have to mention that you cannot tell that this is the first time, last year was the first time Jean Marie was on stage, because she's a natural. She just took us by storm, got a standing ovation from the, from the audience and everything. She's awesome, she really is.
Now, what's the storyline? I guess you don't want to give it away too much. Give us a little.
Actually, the writer is the person.
Okay.
The story this year, the title is called 18 and Graduating. And the story is following a young girl's last semester in high school before she graduates, and just the conflicts that normal teenagers go through when they're in that type of environment during that time of their life. When it comes to conflicts with their friends, conflicts with their parents, when it comes to what's going to happen after high school. Post-graduation, are they going to go to college? Will they be able to afford college? So it's really relatable to what students at that time of their life are really experiencing. And it's really following her in her journey to get through these little bumps in the road to really achieve her goals.
Now you have a broad range of age groups here, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Our youngest one this year is 4 years old, and it
Four,
goes
4 years old?
4. Just
Oh
4
my.
years old.
A
That's
scene
our
stealer,
youngest one.
huh?
But no. That's a totally separate set because we had so many little ones that came out to audition with their teenage brother or sister. And so, the parents were like, what are you going to do with it? So Dusty, with his creative genius, he wrote a part just for the little ones. But it goes from 4 all the way up to Jean Marie and my age, So it does.
Yeah.
But, right, so
That would be
32, you're right. 32. They're both of us. But they have a cute little dance part in there that is so cute, and Dusty, put it at a really good point in the play. But it's not interacting with the teenagers. But
so.
they have their own
You
part.
choreograph the play too? Do you?
Choreography is not my is not my forte.
So who does that?
No, one of our moms.
Oh,
One of
okay,
our moms.
okay.
Right. And she's just really, and she's a teacher at Streamwood High School. Well, oops. But
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
No, that's all right.
She's a teacher at one of the high schools. So anyway, and she also, in addition to teaching English, she also does the pom-poms. So she's real
Oh,
good
really?
at, right, working with the kids
Okay.
and teaching them different steps and whatnot. So
Okay, all right.
yeah, so the moms get involved. They
Sure,
get
and the
involved.
dads too, right?
Oh, and the fathers too.
Oh,
the
sure,
fathers
absolutely.
too, so it makes it really nice.
Now, other than yourselves, who's the longest running cast member? I mean,
That's a good
do you have?
let me tell you who the longest. In fact, we're giving her an award this year. It's the person that Dusty wrote the play for, Raina McKenzie. You spoke with her mother a couple of years ago. Raina McKenzie is 18 and graduating. She just made 18 last Saturday, and she's graduating
okay.
from Conant
Okay.
in June. And her first time she set foot on that stage when she was 4 years old.
Really?
4 years old, yeah. Can you? Oh my gosh, I really get kind of,
She's kind of grown with the production.
Yeah, she had
hasn't it?
every year. She and her sister have been part of it, literally, right? Yes. So she was 4 and she's 8. She just turned 4 last.
Now the
I'm
show
18.
the show's going to be here at the Prairie Center for the Arts.
Absolutely.
What date is that?
This is going to be February the 23rd. So people still have time to get their tickets because there are tickets.
And how do they get tickets?
They get tickets. Actually, we made it so convenient for them because they can just go to our website. They can go to the website, the Prairie Center for the Arts.org. Anyway, yes,
It'll show up on the screen.
Okay.
All right. But anyway, go to the website that's now showing on the screen, and you can get as many tickets as you want. Because that night is really going to. Oh, and in addition to that, also, the whole day is going to be wonderful because we're going to have vendors here. And in addition to that, we have in the lecture hall earlier that afternoon, about 3 o'clock, we're going to have a panel discussion of the problems that are happening through, like I understand it was a stabbing yesterday at Conant, or Wednesday. And it is, we're going to have a mental health board that is just talking and addressing the problems. We have a lot of mental health professionals that it's going to be a panel discussion. So, and that's free, of course. That's
Now
free.
you have sponsors for this production, don't you?
Yes, we do. We don't have as many as we have had.
Well,
But
what
anyway.
are some of the sponsors?
Well, actually, we haven't heard back yet from Motorola, but Nicor is one of our sponsors this year.
Okay.
Right. So we just, it's been a blessing. It's really been a blessing.
Now, if somebody wants to get involved with Powerhouse Productions, what do they do? What do they do?
PowerhouseProduction.org. Just go to our website, PowerhouseProduction.org. Because we really welcome anyone to get involved. We always need help, and we always just encourage anyone, any age. And like you said in the introduction, we transcend race, so it doesn't even matter. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for all ages, all races, because it's all about community. That's exactly what it's about.
And you found out you had a poster you saw at the.
Yeah, it was a flyer at the Schaumburg Library. They
Okay.
posted that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's one of our sponsors too. I don't know how I forgot that. They are so generous, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, where do you rehearse? Do you rehearse here or?
And another sponsor, Schaumburg Township. The township is Schaumburg. That's where we
yes.
do all
That's
our
good.
rehearsing.
Yeah.
We do all our rehearsing there until we come here for the dress rehearsal the night before.
Okay. Well, I look forward to the production.
Wonderful.
Good to see you
Can't wait
again.
to see you.
Always good.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes. Nice going. Sophomore, right? Second year.
Again.
Again. Break out your deerstalker cap and sharpen your gumshoe skills because mystery is afoot at the Prairie Center. Find out more next here on Speaking of Schaumburg. The Prairie Center Arts Foundation's 9th stab at the mystery genre guarantees to no shortage of cruel deceits, awkward double entendres, and reprehensible deeds. Here to clue us in on what to expect from this year's Mystery at the Theater, our production supervisor, Rob Palekis, and cast member, Melissa Scheel. Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It is.
Yes.
Well, this is the 9th. You've done 9 of these?
We've done this. This will be our 9th mystery. The series began in 1997. The foundation, the Prairie Center Arts Foundation, was looking for ways to make money. We were all pretty new at this sort of thing, and we saw there was some company, organization that offered these touring mystery packages. We're looking at them. We looked at the video, and we thought, maybe we could do something like that. We don't have to buy out. We don't have to buy some packaged play. So I agreed to get involved with it, and I ended up writing a script, and I got a cast together, and 2 weeks later we had a show, and that was the first mystery, and we've been doing them.
What was that first mystery about?
About 2 hours long. It started out as a play, as a play set in the 1920s, and the lead actress all of a sudden drops dead, and then the whole cast spends the rest of the time trying to figure out who might have killed her, and that's how our mystery began.
Tell me about the show where the Teletubby made its appearance.
We had a very special guest appearance. It was our second mystery in 1999. We had the suspect, the killer, was a Teletubby who was revealed at the end of the show to be none other than the mayor of Schaumburg. and yes, you did wear a very stinky Teletubby costume.
Well, I must say, I think I've established for all time, the legendary role of a Teletubby for your performance.
You have become the yardstick by which all Teletubby portrayers will be.
And I was, what was my name as a Teletubby? It was yellow?
You might have been Lala. I'm not sure.
I was Lala.
I think you're Lala.
I was Lala. La 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 la.
How we're both in our positions, I still don't know.
I was Lala. I recall
You
that.
were Lala,
I
but it was fun.
I recall taking off my head.
You were smuggling cigars, by the way, I believe.
That's true. That's true. Smuggling cigars.
The things we do.
Yes. How did you get involved in the theater here?
Well, I started about, I think, 5 summers ago. I think so.
2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I started. I wasn't here yet. 2007. I was here in, 2007. I can't do math. So I got here, Mr. Beth, or Mark Beth, who does all the music direction, he was one of the teachers at my high school and said, hey, why don't you guys all come out? So I ended up coming out and doing Oklahoma. And I've been here every summer since.
She was on Eller.
Yeah, Ann Eller. Gloria in Yankees, Ruth in Pirates, Pity Sing in Mikado. And then this summer I choreographed and did all the costumes for How to Succeed in Business. That was fun, being on the other side of the table.
Melissa's a marvelous backstage creative talent. She's a costumer. She makes props. You made a Godzilla costume for little Josh.
Yeah, I made a Godzilla costume.
10 minutes, so.
Garbage bags, Mikado score, and gaff tape.
Yeah. So it's, what do you call it? You MacGyver it?
I'm MacGyver. I'm the MacGyver,
she's the MacGyver of it.
theater department.
So she's going to be helping us with costumes as well for the show.
Well, give us some idea as to what the mystery is going to be like this year.
Well,
Wait. Before that, how many people have you killed?
Oh, gosh. Well, we've killed at least one person per show. In some shows, we've killed many people. I feel horrible talking about this. Yeah, we've actually
poison or something?
We did the whole cast in 1 year, so that was rough. Yeah. That was a tough year. But this year, we are. The big thing now, the big craze on television right now is Downton Abbey. It's on PBS. It's a BBC show that follows this very, very noble family in England.
There's a column in the Tribune today about that.
Oh, what did they say?
Ron Grossman wrote it. It was very interesting. You had to take a look at it.
I will definitely, because we are researching it quite a bit at this time, and it's a phenomenon. It's a sensation. It's one of the biggest PBS programs ever. So we thought, well, you know what? It's got all the characters we like. It's got it's just right for the spoof. And also, I grew up on British comedy. I loved Monty Python. You know, I watched The Blackadder with Rowan Atkinson, Benny Hill. I watched some of that too. I loved British comedy as a kid because it's silly and there's a lot of farce and I think I'd like
farce
to.
becomes you, Rob.
Farce does become me. Thank you very much. May the farce be with me. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Well, you know.
I don't have to say that because you said it.
It's an old one. I have to use it, but that's the mystery. Nothing but old recycled
Back to the
drugs.
mystery round.
So we're gonna do our take on Downton Abbey and call it Doomston Abbey, and Melissa is going to be. We couldn't get Maggie Smith, so we have Melissa Shield as our dowager.
You can have all these Brit accents. Is that
So
Yes.
Give us a little bit. Give us a little bit.
go for it.
What's a weekend? Is that for poor people? That's about all I got.
She was actually in Australia all last year, so
My
I don't
British
know.
accent turns to Australian pretty fast if I'm not careful. So. Good
Should we
eye.
change your character to Australian or something? Good eye, yeah.
Good eye. Hello, children.
But Rob,
The other ones have
are
better
you,
British
going to
accents.
perform in this, or are you just going to write it?
That's a very good question. I do give myself some, the last mystery I was a robot. And I'm not sure yet. I might have some ideas for me, but I don't want to discuss them.
Okay.
We try to give everyone some juicy stuff to do on stage, but Melissa definitely as the dowager, you know, she has no idea what she's got coming. I shouldn't say this. The script is all written. It's been written for weeks and weeks now. It's all up here. It's all up here. What can I say? You know, it's one of those things where a lot of these are people who work professionally. They're actors who perform regionally, nationally, and
Some have graduated too, haven't they?
Some have graduated. Katrina Lenk, who was in our mystery, is now on stage in Spider-Man on Broadway.
She was in Steppenwolf too.
So she was at Steppenwolf with John Malkovich, and now she's on Broadway in Spider-Man, taking the bow before Spider-Man does. So she's quite amazing. But we only have 2 weeks to put this together because we have such a busy cast. But they work hard, and they do a great job.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Should I say that?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We rehearse every night for 2 weeks, you know. But you know what? In many theater companies, that's pretty much what you get. It's very common, actually.
No, it's Saturday Night Live. I mean.
So they have 1 week, right?
Yeah.
And you put together a full-length show. It's very common in the professional world.
Yeah. Well,
Not that we're professional.
When is this again, by the way? Tell us.
Mystery at the Theater, Doomston Abbey, March 15th, the Ides of March.
Okay.
And the 16th.
Beware the Ides of
Beware
March.
the Ides. And also we have a fantastic reception after the show that's provided by Bahama Breeze. Great restaurant in Schaumburg. They're doing a dessert reception with their signature
How much?
desserts.
How much?
It's $20 a ticket, $20 to see the show, only $10 for the reception, $30 you get the whole package.
And when do these tickets go on sale?
Buy them now, prairiecenter.org.
Okay.
You can buy them now or call 847-895-3600. But go to prairiecenter.org. It's easy. Very fast.
And the Dowager Queen.
Oh, yes. They have to
She has no idea. She has no idea.
He just keeps kind of just saying things like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, okay. Yes, Rob. Can you build me one of these?
Yeah.
Sure.
I need this costume. Yeah. And what's our budget?
Nothing.
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Duct tape
Yeah.
or whatever we got.
Well, Rob, once again.
So, thank you. Always great to be here.
Hey,
Thank
Melissa,
you.
wonderful,
So fun.
wonderful work. I've seen you somewhere else.
She's a talent.
Seen you on stage. Yeah.
She's a talent.
All right. Well, the District 54 Foundation is offering you a chance to get in the Mardi Gras spirit while supporting a great cause. Find out more next here on Speaking of Schaumburg. The District 54 Foundation fosters education in local schools by raising funds and providing teachers and students access to educational grants and innovative hands-on programs for classrooms. Joining us to discuss their upcoming Mardi Gras fundraiser are Chairman Gary Caby and Secretary Donna Anderson. Welcome, speaking of Schaumburg.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us, Mr. Mayor.
Tell us about this Mardi Gras. Sounds a lot like fun. What is it?
It is. It's a wonderful event. It is one of our signature fundraisers. Now I'm not sure if it's our 15th or our 12th, but we've had it many, many years. It kind of started out as let's try to put together some kind of fundraiser, and it started out as a kind of like a games night. And it was fun, but it felt more like a school fun fair, and so it has evolved over the years.
So this is obviously a fundraising vehicle for the foundation. What does the foundation do? You chair the foundation? Is that the?
I do, Al, and what the foundation does, it's a very simple process. We hold events like our Mardi Gras, our golf outing, and some other things throughout the year. We raise funds, and we channel that back into the individual schools through a grant process. The teachers look for things perhaps in the classroom that our tax dollars don't fund. They go through our grant process, our grant committee reviews, and we fund those projects to enhance the education for the students.
How many grants do you fund typically?
This year it was over 121 grants.
I didn't realize
to
it was
staff.
Really that many?
That many.
$22,000 this year.
Okay.
And that's just to the staff.
Just to the
we
staff.
also fund grants to students who might normally not get a chance to experience an enrichment exercise or opportunity during the summer. So we have those as well.
Oh, that's great. I didn't realize there were that many grants to fund it. Well, and you funded some things that are still, I mean, there's something at Hoover School, I think.
There is you want to talk about him, sir?
Hoover has a greenhouse that they won one of our super grants, which is a $10,000 grant a couple of years ago. And the concept behind that, Al, is they built from scratch a greenhouse. They worked within the community through one of the local hardware development stores. They involved Friendship Village. They involved the students, and they grew produce that eventually was donated to a food pantry. And it's become an ongoing, worthwhile experience at the school, and we're very proud of the school.
It's intergenerational too, isn't it? I mean, you've got the seniors from Friendship Village working side by side with young students at Hoover School.
Well, and in addition, they've had a robotics program going on at Hoover as well.
A robotics program?
Robotics.
Really?
And that has not only involved the students, but students at Schaumburg High School.
Okay.
And representatives from Motorola.
Tell me about the project, robotics. I mean, they build a robot, they build a...
There's a lot of work with Legos.
Legos
and building robots out of Legos and other things.
I imagine did you get Lego Land involved in the
I am
program?
not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. That's a really good
That's an
question.
idea we may not
Now,
explored it.
the District 54 Foundation, it's not just you two folks, it's...
Al, our board consists of, right now I think we have 18 members, and it's a mixture of the school district participants, everything from our superintendent, Ed Rafferty, through principals. And then we have a very strong cross segment of the business community where we'll have different members from different business endeavors within the Schaumburg and the District 54 community.
Now you do things besides Mardi Gras, right? I mean, there are other projects.
You ready to go golfing this June? Yeah, we're going to be golfing.
We have a golf outing. I think it's the second.
That's a big fundraiser for you too, isn't it?
Huge.
That's our second biggest fundraiser, and we use the Schaumburg Golf Course. We have all 27 holes dedicated, and we have nearly 150 golfers who come out and support us. And it's, as I said, it's our second biggest fundraiser of the year.
And the first biggest one is...
Mardi Gras.
When is that coming up? What date is that?
It's Friday, February 22nd.
February 22nd, okay.
At the Stone Gate in our neighboring sister village, Hoffman. And Al, if I may regress for a second, if I could put in a plug for the robotics project that Donna mentioned. The school is working to build a solar powered vehicle, and we are looking for a golf cart frame. And if there's anyone in our viewing audience that has access to a golf cart, that they be comfortable donating to the foundation, to the district. The students are going to turn that into a solar vehicle, and we need that frame to continue the project.
Have you talked to the Park District about it?
We are in conversations with the Park District, but golf carts appear to have a higher value than one would expect.
Expensive is what you're saying.
Expensive is what they are,
Yes,
and
they're a little
we're
pricey.
not for profit, so we're looking for somebody who would
Sure.
like to donate something.
Yeah. Can they name the golf? Can they name the vehicle after the
I think
donor?
most things are up for negotiation. We would
The Bob
certainly
Rorman.
we might consider that.
Whatever.
We certainly would consider that.
Okay, all right. So the Mardi Gras is coming up, and the one after that, then you have the golf outing, and you have other events too, don't you? Restaurants.
We do. We have restaurant events periodically throughout the year where local restaurants will agree to participate with us. And what we do is we designate a day or an evening at a restaurant, and we get a percentage of whatever food is sold during that day. And these events have been very successful for us.
And what restaurants have
Well,
you?
the one coming up is February 13th. It's Lou Malnati's.
Okay.
They're being very supportive. We've got Buffalo Wild Wings coming up. We have had, we've had a lot of wonderful Schaumburg restaurants supporting us. So
Yes, I think Buffalo Wild Wings is April the 17th. We have John Barleycorn on March the 13th.
Okay.
And then the next one is, as Donna said, is Lou Malnati's in February.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great. How did you get involved in the foundation, Gary?
I started my own business a few years ago, and I wanted to put something back into the community, and I had a conversation with someone who was affiliated with it, and
Who would that be?
that would be Sophia Grasso, who's our foundation
okay, sure.
manager.
Yes.
Sophia and I had coffee. She explained to me what was expected of a board member, what I might look to do, and I was impacted greatly by a former elementary teacher in my childhood, and I decided to use this venue as a way to give back.
But Sophia is the only
it's our only paid staff member.
only staff member.
Everybody else is a volunteer.
How did you get involved, Donna?
Oh, way back when they decided that they needed this foundation to kind of come to fruition again in District 54, I was a PTA council president. And at the time they said, we need parent representation, and that's kind of how it started.
Okay.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Now, if somebody wants to contribute something towards Mardi Gras or some grant money,
Go to our website.
Okay.
And take a look at. They'll find information there on contacting a member of the board or Sophia Grasso, our foundation manager, and that'll give them some avenues for participating, volunteering, becoming a board member, joining one of our events, buying a seat at Mardi Gras or a foursome at the golf outing. It'll give them all the avenues of ways to participate.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to come to Mardi Gras, what would I experience? What do you have going?
Oh my gosh, we have such a good time. We have a wonderful dinner.
Okay.
We have a very nice social hour that everybody can gather and begin playing some casino games.
Okay.
There's no playing for money. You're playing for chances at prizes because all of the proceeds are going to go to the foundation and to our memorial grant.
Who staffs the tables?
We just have some wonderful staff members and friends of the foundation who are.
So they volunteer. Members of the
Absolutely.
board members as well?
We have board members. We have educators.
Are you a
who
blackjack?
volunteer.
Are you a blackjack guy?
No, I'm more of a poker guy now.
Do you wear the green?
Like I said, everything's negotiable for the foundation. We'll pretty much do whatever we need to do to let the people have a good time. We have it ends up being a stellar event. Everybody seems
wonderful.
to have a good time. We've had some feedback from participants who've done other events and tell us that we run a good event. It's a great time, and the evening flows pretty well, and we get everybody out of there before midnight with all the prizes dispensed.
Well, that sounds great. It sounds like you guys have a good time.
We do.
Doing what you're doing,
we do.
too.
We have a good time. We hope you'll join us.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try.
That would be
Thank
good.
you, Donna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Gary.
you very much. We always appreciate the visit.
Well, glad to have you here. Thank you.
Good to be here.
That'll do it for this edition of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us again next month for another all-new episode. Until then, I'll see you around town.